What's going on, everybody? Kyle Powers here with Haven Real Estate Group at eXp Realty. First off, thanks for checking out our channel. I always do appreciate it. Today, we're going to go over the reasons why you should not move to Manhattan, Kansas. First one on our list is going to be weather. If you don't like going through all 4 seasons, probably not the place for you. We are in Kansas. You will go through winter, you will go through the fall, you will go through the spring, and you will go through summer. Each one of those, probably the most prominent between all of them, is going to be winter and summer. As I'm recording this video today, I was literally walking my son to school and it was 27 degrees. It will get very cold. Last year I was walking in 7-degree temperature. So it will get cold, so be ready for that. And I will tell you, it literally will change on a dime. So you can have all 4 seasons in one day. Yes, I promise you it has happened. Where we had a 90-degree swing. So be ready for those changes, be ready for that stuff. So if you are making a move to Manhattan or thinking about it or anything, they're not as bad as what it seems, but I will tell you, do be prepared for that. Next one on our list is going to be bugs. Yes, there are bugs. Well, now it's not the same size of bugs as when you're coming in from Texas or anything that way, but I will tell you the mosquitoes, the gnats, the everything that's going to come into there, flies, everything is going to be huge. And definitely something that you need to be paying attention to, because the mosquitoes, I will promise you, are a very, very big annoyance. I have been working for years to try and get past those and try and make sure that we have that to where my kids are safe, my wife is safe, as far as, again, I say safe. The mosquitoes aren't big enough that they're picking my kids up and flying away, I promise you that. But here's the thing with it. They're there. So pay attention to it, treat your yards, be ready for that stuff. If you use bug spray, whatever it is, be ready and be prepared for the mosquitoes, the gnats, the flies, be prepared for that kind of stuff. Nothing's gonna kill you. I can almost guarantee that. Obviously, you've got to be careful of some other things, but be prepared for that, because the bugs are thick and the bugs will come in droves in the summertime and the summertime and springtime. Main thing for mosquitoes, that's my biggest concern or my biggest annoyance, is making sure you don't have standing water and making sure you're treating your yard for mosquitoes and things like that. But otherwise, not a big deal. I would definitely say that bugs is one reason that you need to be prepared whenever you do get to Manhattan. Again, been in Kansas for most of my life. I will tell you, it is a bearable thing. Screened-in porches are great, and bug spray is your friend. Next thing on our list is going to be property taxes. I will tell you, if you've watched any of my other videos to do with real estate or anything in between, property taxes are something you need to pay attention to. I was quite literally just on a call with some other colleagues of mine, and I was telling them property taxes, because you've got generals and specials and everything else in our area. And they were like, holy cow, that's what your taxes are? I'm like, yeah, it kind of stinks a little bit, but being prepared for that, your taxes are not going to be the same as if you're coming in from California or Colorado or some of these other areas. Making sure that you are aware that a $330,000 house could potentially have $5,500 in taxes. Whether that includes your general and your special taxes or whatever that includes, just be prepared for that, because when you do get here to purchase a home, you need to know what you're getting into with the taxes and things that way. So if you have any questions about specials or anything that way, please reach out to me. I'd love to kind of explain that a little bit more for you, but that's not for today's video. Next one on our list is going to be allergies. Yes, there are allergens in this area that you need to be paying attention to. It's going to be different from a Texas or California or anything along those ways. So be prepared for ragweed, be prepared for hay fever, be prepared for cotton, be prepared for all of these things that are going to come up, because during harvest season, during the fall and everything that way, there's going to be a lot of farmers that are kicking a lot of dust up and kicking up a lot of ragweed and kicking up a lot of that stuff. So just being prepared for allergies, whether you've got to take some major medical stuff as far as like Allegra or all of those kinds of things, just being prepared for that and knowing that you're going to have to potentially deal with that. Myself, I don't really have to deal with allergies, thank goodness. But I know family members and my own immediate family, I know that they've got allergies and things that you need to be prepared for. So just be aware of the fact that your allergies, even though if you're coming in from California, I've never had allergies before. Well, it could be that you're just not been exposed to it. So paying attention to that is going to be a big one. So I would definitely say be prepared for allergies. That's going to be a big slice of it for us. If you are enjoying this content, I do appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content, and give us that like because it does help us out the channel. But otherwise, enjoy the rest of the video. Next one on our list is Manhattan's a small town. I promise you, Manhattan is a small town. I know that if you're coming in from Kansas, from areas and whatnot, you're like, no, it's not. Manhattan's huge compared to my hometown in Western Kansas. That's fair. Okay, you got me on that one. But I will also promise you, we have 55,000 people in this town. You're going to not have a lot of the amenities, a lot of the things that a Kansas City or a San Francisco or a Dallas or some of those things that you don't have. Now, with that being said, I will promise you that you will enjoy this town because there are a lot of things going on. Literally every single weekend, if you get on my mailing list and everything that way, every single weekend there's an events going on, and I put those out every single week so you know what's going on in our town so that you can kind of be aware of what you're getting into and what you can kind of expect. So I would tell you it is a small town, yes, but at the same point in time and in the same breath, I will tell you that being close to Manhattan or being in Manhattan and close to Kansas City and close to Salina, close to Wichita, you're all within 2 hours, an hour to 2 hours on all of those, that I promise you there will be something for you to do that you will enjoy. Whether it's a professional sports team, a D1 college, go K-State, or anything else along those lines, there are a lot of opportunities that you can get into. And if it's shows, or you can get the local theater, or you can go to Kansas City and get a little bit more upscale shows and things that way, which again, 2 hour drive, driving 60 miles, 75 miles an hour on I-70, that's not a long drive, okay? So it is a small town, which there's a good thing to that, but there's also that part that you're gonna lose a lot of amenities. Now again, you're gonna be very close to anything that you have there, that you will be able to do the things that you want to do within driving distance and within reasonable distance. Next one on our list is going to be severe weather. I know I already talked about weather and that kind of stuff, but be prepared. We are in what people call Tornado Alley, okay? We do have tornadoes. No, it's not a weekly occurrence, I promise you that. But we do have tornadoes. We do have, so if you're buying a house or renting a house or anything of the sort, be checking of where do you go if a tornado comes in? Do you go to your basement? Do you go to a tornado shelter? Do you go into those areas? So be prepared for that. The other severe storms that we do get are hailstorms. So being prepared for a hailstorm and knowing where you need to take your vehicle. If you're going into the garage that you just bought, or if you're going into a overpass or something that way, if you're worried about your vehicle and things along those natures. So being prepared for tornadoes and hail, those are big ones, and a lot of that do happen. I'm not gonna say tornadoes happen every year. They do happen often, but not enough that I even worry about it. Again, born and raised in Kansas, I will tell you, I'm that person that literally, sirens go off, I go outside and looking for the tornado. Not something I worry so much about. It's not something that you should worry about either, because we have taken a lot of time and a lot of energy to make sure that we, and by we, I mean our local area, are able to warn you with enough notice and get you into a safe space. Then the last one on our list for severe weather is wind. No joke, I had decorations out in my front yard just a couple days ago. I woke up and my decorations are now in my neighbor's yard, because you're getting 15, 20, 30, 40 mile an hour winds on any given day, because we are in Kansas. It is a very windy state. So it is pretty flat for the most part, but you need to be prepared for the wind, because there is going to be that aspect that you need to pay attention to. Again, it's not happening every day. It's not something that you need to be putting down hurricane straps and getting all that stuff put together every single day, because it's not that way. But I do want to warn you that it can, if you are worried about those kinds of things, you need to be prepared for those when you do get here. Again, love this town. I love when a nice breeze, a nice wind comes in, because it's going to definitely make it a lot nicer, especially in the summer. It's going to be a nice cool air. You're going to enjoy that, I promise you. Next thing on our list is going to be kind of similar to what I said before, but the small town charm. Okay, if you are a person who loves the big city, doesn't want to be talked to, doesn't want to be bothered, you want to head down, keep walking, and don't worry about it, you're not going to like it here. I promise you, there's a lot of really wonderful people that are going to say hi to you on the street. I know it's a weird concept. They're going to wave to you. They're going to say hi. They're going to engage in a conversation with you and want to see who you are, how your life is going, and what you can do to help. Again, if you don't like that stuff, then that's probably a reason you won't like being in Manhattan, because we are a smaller town. We do support the local businesses. We do go out and know the local businesses. I've got a lot of friends of mine that are business owners in this town and have done a lot of wonderful things for the area. So I definitely would recommend, if you don't like that aspect of it, just be prepared for it. Last thing on our list is, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but there are still areas of no cell service. Yes, I promise you they're there. Be prepared for that. It is kind of freeing, I will be honest. It is kind of freeing knowing that this thing in your pocket isn't necessarily gonna be able to get you everywhere you go. So there are areas of no cell service. So if you need to be looking for that, make sure you pay attention whenever you buy or whenever you rent a home, what you're looking at, and make sure that it does have cell service if you need it. Now again, maybe that's what you're looking for. Because I know for me, I enjoy that. I enjoy traveling to another country because nobody can reach me at that point in time. Now, that's changing at this point, but that's a whole nother video as well. So anyway, that's the one thing that you need to be prepared for, is there are areas of the farm and country area around Manhattan that do not have cell service. If you are enjoying these videos, I really do appreciate it. I do this for you, our consumers. So if you would, I would love it if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content, and give us that like because it does help us out with the channel. I do appreciate it. If you guys need anything, if you are interested in buying, selling, investing, or anything along the world of real estate in Manhattan, Kansas, please reach out to me. I would love to talk with you a little bit more and to let you know what about this little town of Manhattan. My number is 785-477-5485. My email is kyle@homesforsalemhk.com. And until next time, I really do appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.